I really don't know why I died that part so many times. It's so stupid that I died there. Alright, 3, 2, 1, start. Thankfully it's right at the beginning of the game that I died, so waste too much time. I should just probably for now start taking a safety save there. Lily seems sad. Yeah, she's pretty sad. I mean, she's sick. Gotta go get that medicine for her. Ooh, don't buy the apple. What am I doing? Wing. Okay, so we gotta fight these guys till we get level 4. And we'll get level 3 off of this guy, then we'll pick up the Rota Fruit. Oh my god, down there. He didn't respawn. So we need level 4 before we go into Sanctuary over here because we can't damage the enemies unless we're level 4. Oh, go in the door. Okay, we're gonna grind these enemies in this hallway for a second until we get level 6. There's the door. Level 5. This will be level 6. Alright, so now that we're level 6, we can kill the golems. We need to kill them so we can get the Rod of Divinity. And having the Rod of Divinity, when we touch the goddess's statue, lets us unlock magic. We have magic unlocked. Can't use it yet though, we have to get the fire rod. Oh, on up for it. Come on. I'm down here first to get the Matic. That. So we're going to use the Matic to break some rubble over here that's blocking the doctor in. Typically, if you touch the rubble, you get like a little dialogue section, but if you go at it at an angle right there and use the Matic, he'll go ahead and break it without getting the dialogue. You can skip that and save a little bit of time. Right here, down and left. This is going to take us to the fire rod. Herb. level 12 off of this guy. 11. Hit him. There's 12. Oh, your internet's slow. Sorry, man. Lost 2 seconds. What type of internet do you have? Bell. Wing. Now get the light magic. Wing, go back to the village. Sell the ore, get the tower, and deliver the medicine. I was hoping gaining part of the game takes way too long. I could click the right things, please. Oh, don't take a rest. What are you doing? Crap. I lost all. I need to equip the bell. Sorry about that. Let's take a safety save real quick. Alright, there's the level. Have that now. The return magic. We're going to get the scroll from here. Looks like we lost, what, 15 seconds? Return magic back to the village. Now that we've done all that, we can go inside of the door in the sanctuary that was locked before. And take us to the ice ridge. Right, so Ice Ridge, we have to get a lot of items. First item is going to be the Blizzard Bulb, and that's going to let us turn this one section into like an ice bridge, so we can cross over. Bulb. Alright, this is where we use the bulb, make the bridge. Next item we get is the Hulk Idol. The Hulk Idol is pretty cool. It lets us, makes it so that when we shoot the fireballs out, instead of them flying straight, they act like homing missiles. So they'll attack the nearest enemy that it can find. Here. That. Cave. Alter Magic right here. Alter Magic lets us turn into a demon, which is the demon we turn into is called a Rue. Cave, pick up the herb. here and we get the snow boots, or the stone shoes. The stone shoes lets us walk on the little slippery areas in the ice ridge. So now that we have those, we're going to warp back to the Lance Village and then run back to the ice ridge from here. It's quicker doing it this way than backtracking through the whole ice ridge just to get the mirror. And when I get up here, because I did take quite a bit of damage I didn't want to take, I'm going to take another safety save. Fire magic with the stone shoes. Okay. Alright, now here. We need the mirror as an anti-illusionary mirror. So what it's going to do for us is there's a door for the boss, but we can't actually get into it because it's a fake door. So we're going to use the mirror to reveal the real door. Where am I going? Wrong way. Oh, wrong way. Forgetting all my ways to go. Magic's getting a little low, so I'm going to conserve it a little bit. Because I'm going to need it for the boss. Here, but who I'm not hitting at all. Done. Looks like we lost some time again. I'll pick up here. Pick up the veil. Use it standing right here. This is going to block the roof from walking all the way out. That way we can get through that faster. We go in and we come out just so we can get the ruse nest on our teleport list. We're going to head to the colony of lava. And I usually take way too much damage in this place, so I'm going to try to get through it without taking any. We're about, shoot, looks like we're about 150 behind on experience too. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're behind on experience. I should have got a level from that. And I didn't. Alright, so we're in the colony of lava, so we're going to turn into a Rue and talk to this guy up here. This is Tarf's father. And we're going to talk to him as a Rue. That way he tells us about the whole thing with, he's not supposed to let someone named Adel let the gate down, and then we turn back into Adel. We basically tell him that we called him in his little lie. Because if you ask him as Adel first, he says the bridge is broken, so he can't let it down. So he tells us about Tarf being kidnapped by Dallas, and he wants us to go rescue him. He's going to give us the Whisper Earrings to help out with that. So the Whisper Earrings let us... Oh, we didn't get the Rouge Nest on the return magic. Shit. Seriously? Yeah, it's not there. Alright, let's backtrack a little bit. Normally at this point I would just teleport back to the Rouge Nest, but apparently when I walked in there, it didn't give it to me on the teleport list. That sucks. So anyway, the Whisper Earrings, what they do is they make it so that we can hear people that are talking quietly. It basically just like amplifies our hearing. I can't believe I don't have the teleport for the Ruse Net. That sucks. A lot of backtrack. How did I not get it though? I walked in there. Alright, here we go. So we're in the Ruse Nest. We're going to get the Rotafruit. Rotafruit lets us restore our MP. We'll use that later in the game. And we'll pick up the Rotoleaf right here. The Rotoleaf is going to act as a kind of like a gas mask course. This is a section we got to walk through in just a second. That's filled with this poisonous gas, and the Rotoleaf makes it so that we can walk through there without taking. While I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and equip that so that we don't get that little text part about it. This is actually a little weird since I went through that backtracking and killed those enemies. Yeah, I have a little bit more experience than I normally would here. So that was the poison section that you need the leaf to get through. We're just going to come over here. Right here. We're going to get the Black Pearl. Oh yeah, I lost quite a bit of time doing that section. That sucked. Okay, so now that we have the Black Pearl, wasn't worth the experience. Now that we have the Black Pearl, we're going to come up here, and there's a room we're going to enter, and there's a wall we're going to listen behind, where Tarf and Keith are kind of being held prisoner. Right here, so we're going to equip the Whisper Earring so we can hear him. And Keith is going to ask for the Black Pearl, so that he can break the wall down. So we're going to hand him the Black Pearl through the crack in the wall. Right, and then Keith just he bounces. He just leaves Tarf there all by himself. Alright, so Tarf is going to ask us to escort him back to the Colony of Lava, which we agree to do. And sucks because Tarf is slow walking. He has like no health at all. And sometimes he doesn't even come with you through the door. So we're going to take a save there as a precaution. Yep, I took that save. Come on, Tarf. Oh, and there's his other problem. He gets hung on the columns, which is a pain in the ass. Yep, come this way. Right, so we can use the fire right here to go ahead and kill this enemies up here quicker. Or waiting for Tarf's slow ass to get through. Got 2 scorpions here. Alright, so we got Tarf back. Peace. Oh, and looks like we actually made up some time from the previous split, so that's good. Alright, so Tarf's been reunited with his father. So they'll let the gate down for him. Alright, now all we have to do is go fight Galati, which is the best fight in this. Merely because of what it looks like. Don't think we're going to be able to get an extra level though. It'd be nice since I got that little bit of extra experience earlier, but I don't think it's going to happen. That's not going to happen for this guy anyway for the experience. Alright, so now we get to fight Galati. We're going to push him into the top right corner. In positioned. I'm going to launch that out of his mouth, and we're going to stand over here and shoot. Dodge this while knocking him back. We're going to try to keep him in that top right corner the whole time. We want him there, so it's easier to hit him when he opens his mouth. Even though I messed that one up. Alright, so this next one, he's going to let a Jinn out of his mouth, which is actually going to block our attacks, and it sucks. But we're going to try to keep Glady positioned in the corner, away from the Jinn, so that we can get the Jinn and kill it. Oh, we actually didn't let it out. Maybe it's not a health thing. Maybe it's just on the fourth time he opens. I thought it was a health thing. Yep, there's the Jinn. So we need to keep Glady in the corner. That way we can come over here and kill the Jinn. Push him back in the corner. Open your mouth, please. And I died. Son of a biscuit. Alright. No worries. On the corner. Oh, don't come down. Go back up. Ah. This is going to be one of those runs where I die over and over to Glady. Get back in the corner, Glady. Thank you. Alright, we should be good this time. Alright, magic's getting low, so it's taking longer to charge. Yeah, got it. You know, that says we are so good on time. Guess my previous runs were just that bad. Right, so now that we killed him, we're gonna come into Ramia Village. Ramia? So we're here in Ramia Village, so we're gonna buy the Hyper Cutter Sword. It is 10,000 gold, but we have enough gold now. There we go. I'm gonna talk to the gate guard. He's gonna tell us his little story about his friend going in to rescue Maria. Maria is a girl who's being sacrificed, part of a ritual. And his friend went in there to rescue Maria. Zeta, that's his friend's name. I can remember it. So he's gonna ask us to go after his friend, help out, but we have to go talk to Zeta's father first. Yep. And he's gonna give us the Lulu shell, which we're not gonna use at all the entire game, but we have to have it. You progress. That's not true. We don't actively use it. There is one point in the game where he uses it to send us a message. The shell acts as a way that they communicate long distance. Right, so now we've done all that. We got the gate open. We're going to equip the altar magic so that we can turn into a demon, so that the demons let us through the gate. Okay, so the first thing here is this place is a giant fucking maze. It is such a damn maze. And I'm probably going to get lost at least once. Always happens. The first thing we need to do is get the demon pass, which is going to let us get through a gate. Oh, passes up here. Yeah. See, I'm already getting lost. Not in there. Always go in that damn door. Not today. Over here. We're going to come down here and go down these steps. We're going to go in the door over here. This is going to take us to a lower level. Right here. Which takes us to this door, and this is where we get the path. We're going to turn into a Rue. Okay, we got our pass. And now that we have the pass, we can get through the gate. Is the first part of this little section. Oh, I forgot to do this bit. Okay. Turn into a Rue, once we have the pass. And he's going to let us go through this gate. From the gate, we're going to go left here. level. And we're going to go in this room right here. We turn into a room, click on the door. We have the whisper earring equipped already, so we can hear behind the door. The purpose of this is so that we can one of these guys is going to say like the secret password for the day. There's another gate we have to get by, but you have to have a password. The password is always Mika, but we have to do that in order for Mika to be an option. I'm making good time. Oh crap. Return magic. Go back to the village. You're going to see me warping here a lot because it's quicker to go back to the village and then run back in than run all the way back. Yeah, making good time. I'm making good time right now. It's gonna fall apart in a little bit because I'm gonna have to fight Zarva, and the Zarva fight is just gonna wreck me so bad. I'm gonna die so many times up, and then I'm gonna have to fight Dallas, and Dallas is gonna be another fight where I die over and over. I just haven't got the hang of those fights down yet. So we're going to give him the password, which is A-Force. And we're going to go get the Sacred Cup. The Sacred Cup is in a room in the top left corner. And we need the cup for something that's going to happen in just a minute. The Adel. Kill these guys for the experience. Get as much experience as I can. Alright, so the Sacred Cup is in this room on that pedestal, but we can't see it, so we put the light magic on and we can see it. Up. Now that we have the cup, we can go into the first subterranean canal. Level here and go in the canal where Dallas is going to stop us and tell us not to go any further. And we're going to ignore that and just keep going. So for that, he's going to turn us into a Rue permanently. It's like a little curse. We're going to keep going to the canal. So there's not much we can do in the canal right now. The right way to go. It's not much we can do here right now because we're in this roof form, but what we can do is we can come over to where the Runaways' hideout is. They're not going to let us in right now because they think we're a demon. But if we get close enough to it, we can go ahead and get the teleport added to our return magic look. Right. Oh, I triggered the dialogue. Didn't want to do it. Alright, so we got the Runaways' hideout added, so we can get back to Ramia Village now. And we're going to talk to the guy in this house. And he is going to use the Sacred Cup that we got in order to turn us back into Adel. Yeah. Alright, so now we have that. We're going to use the turn magic if I can find it. We do the runaways hideout, and now they're going to let us in the door. We're going to come down to Lila, and she's going to give us the shrine key. Alice comes in, turns everyone into stone. Because he's an asshole like that. Turn magic, back to the village. Alright, so this time we're going to take the same path we took originally when we first got here. Only we're going to go to the East Canal instead in that last area, instead of going to the medium. Alright, so instead of going left here, this time we're going to go to the right. Here. And here. This is the East Canal. Since we have the shrine key, we can open up these doors now. Alright, so this is a boring part. We're going to have to grind these two right here until we're level 38. Hopefully it won't take too long. Alright, so above. Crap, didn't mean to hit. I start dying quicker now. Seven, so one more level. One more time. Level 38. Alright, so in here we have to get the we have to get to the top right corner in order to get the silver pendant. Which the silver pendant lets us, when we touch the goddess statue, it's going to teleport us to a certain section of the area. As long as we have the pendant equipped when we do it. Okay. Pendant. And we're going to use the return magic back, not to the runaway side. Village. To equip the pendant. Now we're going to go in this door. We have the shrine key, which is going to let us open this door. We're going to take a safety save. Fight Rugor. Pain in the ass. So he's just the spider that kind of walks around, but he shoots those blue little lasers out at you that you have to dodge. And he drops those eggs as well. The eggs shoot out bullets. Oh, and I took way too much damage there. I'm gonna have to be really careful. Not to get caught by anything like that. Okay. No worries, one death to him. Two deaths. Wouldn't be so bad if I hadn't taken all that damage when I was leveling up. On. Got him. Whew. Okay. Did that, so now we can come up here, touch got a statue. Talk to us for a second. Done, we back away and touch it again. Just gonna teleport us. And go up, left, in. Up one more time. And we're gonna get the message for from the Lilith show. What's a good game to start speedrunning? Sorry, I just saw that message. I don't know, man. A good game to start. It really depends on, honestly, like what kind of games you like playing. Because it's not necessarily about like what's a good game to start, but it's more like what's a game you can enjoy playing a lot over and over and multiple times. Because it's got to be a game you enjoy playing. Like I could suggest Strider. Strider's a pretty decent game to start with. Once you learn the tricks in it, you could like speedrun the game in a matter of, like 20 minutes, right? That's a decent game to like kind of get into speedrunning and learning, like doing glitches and stuff in the game if you want to do glitches. Strider's good. Oh, I need to split. That's not where I'm supposed to split out. Return magic. Runaway side. Like I said, it really just depends on like, find a game that you love playing, that you can play a lot of over and over nonstop. Because speedrunning takes a lot of practice. It's a lot of starting a game over multiple times. So you really got to like playing the game. Good places to start are with like the older like NES, Super Nintendo games, maybe even like Genesis stuff, because those games are a lot shorter to run through, and just tend to overall be a bit easier to get through them. Not a lot you have to really memorize. I hope that answered some of your questions. Am I using an app to track the time? Yes, I'm using an application called LiveSplit. If you go to speedrunslive.com, that's where people do like the speedrun races. There's a section up there you can click on for the tools that people use. And there's a few different timing apps up there that you can look at and download. The one I use is called LiveSplit. There's another one called Landfair. I used that for a while, but I just kind of like LiveSplit better. There's another one called, was it WS or WSplit? That's a decent one. So there's quite a few different applications people use for the timing stuff. Okay, so we just got the Falcon Idol. We got the battle armor. We're going to come up here and get the battle sword. Or sorry, we got the battle sword earlier. That's the Falcon Idol. Equip the sword, the armor, and the Falcon Idol. Falcon Idol does the same thing that the Hawk Idol does, as far as making the fire magic homing missiles. The difference now is that instead of just being homing missiles, the fireball is actually split apart like you see them doing right now. And in each one of those little sections is also a homing missile. We're going to come over here and go into the Goddess's Palace. That way we have it on the teleport. Sure, it's up there. Yep. Have that now. And we're going to grind here for a minute until we get level 44. Only, what, 2 levels? How's my mana journey coming along? It's going pretty good, actually. I've got most of like a basic game engine in place now. I've got a particle engine. I've got input management the way I want it. And I've set it up to be sort of like a vector engine. So I'm not using sprites at all. There's no sprites. No textures. It's all vector data. And the vector data is reading in the vectors as vertices and drawing the polygons based off of that. So there's no sprites. I don't have to create art. I just create shapes. So yeah, it's going pretty good. Once I get most of a few more engine components put in, I can actually start using it to make something. we go, level 44, so now we can go fight Zarva, which is one of 2 fights in this game that I'm absolutely trash at. So the way Zarva works is she's just going to stand there and summon these bats, and the bats just kind of fly around the room, and they bounce off of every shot that I hit them with, and they shoot at me while they're doing it. And I can't damage Zarva right now because of the bats, but every time I kill the bats, it does deal damage to her from their death. But really, at this point, it's just all about me making sure I'm shooting the bats as much as possible and dodging all of their attacks. So she starts with 2 bats, and now she sends out 3 bats. This part I can usually handle. It's the next part that I'm probably going to die. But right here. So now she sends out 4 bats. Oh, yep. Shit. I'm getting caught. Get out of there. Okay, so we're down to two bats now. After we kill these bats, Zarva is going to step out, and she's going to summon that one last bat, and she's going to attack. But now I can actually deal damage to her, and I died. But that was the end of the fight, if I hadn't died. Any ideas when you're starting your next large game mentioned in the podcast? Not sure yet. I've already sort of started on it. Like, I haven't started development of the game per se, but I've been writing out, like, keeping track of like all the ideas I have for it, in like a little notebook. So it's right now it's still very much in like a planning phase. And while I'm doing that, I'm also working on like the smaller stuff. Like I'm working on building the game engine in Mono Game. And then once I get that game engine built, I'm going to start working on my smaller project where I'm making like the kind of like an arcade collection type game. Because I wanted to be kind of like 80s inspired, which is why I'm going with the vector graphic type engine. But the large project, like I said, it's nothing like really developed for it, but I am still writing out the ideas for it. Bats. Killed one. There we go. Done. Whew. Alright, so we beat Zarva. Now we have to climb the tower here. This is where that Maria girl I mentioned earlier is being sacrificed. For ritual. So we're going to climb the bell tower to kind of try to stop the sacrifice. Sacrifice occurs when the 5th bell has rung. Oh, we've already had 1 bell ring. And it's going to give us some pop-ups telling us about the bells ringing as we're running through. Second bell. Third bell. 4th bell, and there's Dallas. Dallas rings the 5th bell, means the sacrifice has occurred, and poor Maria. Alright, so now that he's done that, there's a chest down here in the tower that was kind of behind a glowing barrier. That barrier is gone now, so we can open the chest to get the Dreaming Idol. Right over here. Got it. Alright, we're going to take the Dreaming Idol to the Goddess's Palace, where they're going to tell us that we need to get the Black Pearl, so they can combine the Black Pearl with the Dreaming Idol. Alright, so the last time we had the Black Pearl was in the mode of Burn Bless. We used it, we gave it to Tarf, who gave it to Keith, to break out of that little prison wall thing there. So come back down here. Tarf is now at this house. We're going to talk to him about getting the Black Pearl back. He's going to tell us that he had a hole in his pocket, and it fell out of his pocket. But he saw someone pick it up, which is Dallas. Dallas is the one who picked it up. And that. Going to here. And these gatekeepers are going to tell us that Dallas came in here with, essentially with the Black Pearl. And he went to the meeting room. We got to go all the way back to the meeting room. Here and the room is just conveniently empty with the Black Pearl just chilling right there for us. Alright, so now we go back to the Goddess's Palace. Give them the Black Pearl and the Dreaming Idol. Right, equip the Dreaming Idol. And now we have to climb the bell tower again. Oh, I really wish I hadn't taken it. What are you gonna do though? use the Dreaming Idol right here. That's going to break the little petrification curse that's on everyone. We're going to go to Ramia Village. Am I going the right place? I feel like I'm not going to the right place. Guess we'll find out in a minute. Pretty sure this is the right way. Yeah, this is the right place. We come here so that we can get the Claria sword from Baba, who had he'd come in here, he got petrified. We get the sword from him. Fire magic, Runaway's hideout. We have to talk to everyone here. Yeah. Alright, got the gold pendant. I'm actually going to... I'm going to do this. I'm going to waste a couple of minutes. I'm already past the 120 mark, but I do want to finish this run tonight. So normally this wouldn't happen in a run. If I'm going to come here and talk to the goddesses to get my health restored. Okay. So health is restored. Come down here and kill a couple of guys to get level 48. Go ahead and go up one more level. Oh, did not mean to take that damage. That sucks. Yep, that sucks taking damage. I'm gonna lose a lot more time than I thought. I actually don't think level 48 is gonna make much of a difference though. There we go. Level. Let's go to Goddess's Palace, get that health back. Let's see. I got the gold pendant at 119 and we're at 121, so it looks like this wasted about 3 minutes total. Doing this, that's good. Wasted 3. Alright, so we're gonna equip the gold pendant. Here. Our magic to go back to the village. We have the Claria sword. And because I also suck at doing the Dallas fight, I'm gonna waste another minute, come down here. talk to guy, had it, and he's going to give us the Claria armor. Because I'm just utter garbage at it, right? So I'm going to need this armor. Got it. Let's that. Armor and sword. Through. Alright, so now that we have the gold pendant equipped, when we come up here and touch the goddess statue, it's going to take us to a new section instead of the one it took us to when we had the silver pendant equipped. Herbs. Game. And the Dallas fight. So this is where I'm going to be terrible at this run. This fight's just utter garbage for me. You can't use magic in this fight. He's blocking your magic. He has those meteors, which deal an insane amount of damage. Look at that. I've already had to use all three of my herbs. God. Oh, crap. Trying to dodge him. Oh, and I'm dead. God, I'm such garbage at this. One herb left. Oh crap! I just took way too much damage on that one. sucked. That one sucked. Whew. Come on. Oh, I did it. Got him. God. All right. We beat Dallas. We're going to get the shield magic here. Oh, and that was Maria, by the way. She didn't actually die to the sacrifice, like we thought. That out. Come up here to Lillian, get the goddess's ring. We're going to equip that. Well, don't talk to him, Monica. Oh, I have it equipped. All right, that gives us the level to 50. This is that additional cutscene thing. We go. We're going to equip the Vertifruit. to shield magic. The shield magic right now is protecting us from being. We're not taking any damage because of that. But every time we get hit, the shield magic is draining the MP, but every time we get hit, it's also draining more and more MP. We have the Rotafruit as a backup for the MP if it gets too low. It will get low right here during this point. Fruit, get back up. Keep messing up my hits on him. There we go. Arm is killed, 134.